I had just returned from a business trip when the property manager found me. Bro, need to discuss something with you. Could you and your girlfriend keep the noise down at night? Last night, the whole building heard it. I've already received several complaint calls. After he finished speaking, I was stunned. I wasn't even home last night. After seeing the property manager off, I sat on the sofa, my mind completely blank. Could Jiang Xiaoman be cheating on me? And even bringing someone to my place? After thinking it over, I decided it would be better to get to the bottom of it. What if the neighbors misheard and the noise wasn't coming from my apartment? So, I grabbed a pack of Furon Wang cigarettes and went to the security office, using the excuse that my cat had gone missing and I needed to check the surveillance footage. The security guard, having accepted the cigarettes, smiled and invited me to sit without another word. Bro, take your time looking. I need to go out on patrol. After the guard left, I started reviewing the footage from the underground garage from the previous night. By the end, I felt as if I had been struck by lightning. In the video, Jiang Xiaoman and a man drove into the garage, then walked arm in arm into the elevator. They didn't reappear until this morning, chatting and laughing as they got into the car and drove away. I also checked the footage from the past few days and discovered that during my business trip, Jiang Xiaoman had brought this man home every night. And I recognized the man. He was a senior executive at her company, Li Ming. Rage instantly filled my chest. No wonder Jiang Xiaoman had been saying she was working overtime lately and wouldn't let me pick her up. So, she had already been carrying on with Li Ming. After all I'd done for her. Since we started dating, she'd been living with me, and I covered all the expenses. She couldn't cook and never lifted a finger, so I taught myself to become a chef, constantly trying to satisfy her taste buds. She complained that her company was too far, so I gave her my car to drive. Even when her father was hospitalized last time, I paid all the medical bills. And this is how she repays me? Heartbroken and utterly disappointed. When Jiang Xiaoman returned from work, she immediately ran up and hugged me. Honey, I missed you so much these past few days you were away. I sneered inwardly. How could she even have time to miss me? She tried to kiss my cheek, and I felt disgusted. But on the surface, I smiled and played along. That night, she changed into a set of sexy lingerie, struck a seductive pose, and beckoned to me. Come here. It's time to pay up for the days you were away. She licked her lips. I've been starving. I sneered inwardly again, as if she could ever go hungry. I brushed her off, saying I was tired from the flight, and went to sleep in the study. Just thinking about the double bed in the bedroom, where another man had been with Jiang Xiaoman, made me sick. Dirty, so dirty. Jiang Xiaoman, if you're heartless, don't blame me for being ruthless. The humiliation you've brought me, I'll repay tenfold. The next day, Jiang Xiaoman wrapped her arms around my neck again. I forced myself to endure the disgust as she kissed my cheek. Honey, we need to go to my parents' place tonight. Ever since my dad was discharged from the hospital, he's been talking about thanking you. He wants to treat you to dinner and discuss our wedding plans. I nodded with a fake smile. Discussing the wedding, it's all about the bride price, isn't it? After Jiang Xiaoman left for work, I quietly put on a baseball cap and sunglasses, took a taxi, and followed her to her company. Sure enough, in the underground garage of the office building, I saw Li Ming and Jiang Xiaoman embracing in an empty corner. I quietly approached, hid behind a car, and aimed my phone at them. Xiaoman, I haven't seen you all night. I've been craving you, Li Ming said with a lecherous grin. Jiang Xiaoman replied flirtatiously. You come to me every day. Can you handle it? Let me remind you, Lu Tao is back. Puffed. Even when he was home before, we still managed to sneak around. By the way, he must have worn you out last night, right? After all, absence makes the heart grow fonder. You think Lu Tao is as lustful as you? He didn't touch me last night. Li Ming snurta. Is he even a man? Tell me, between the two of us, who's better? Jiang Xiaoman wrapped her arms around his neck. Of course you're better. You really know how to please me. But you're so greedy. Can you still perform at home? What about your wife? That fatso can't compare to you. I don't even want to touch her. Jiang Xiaoman was delighted. You really know how to sweet talk. Don't worry. Even though Lu Tao is back, I'll reward you whenever I get the chance. The two of them walked into the elevator, laughing and chatting, before wiping the lewd expressions off their faces and acting like normal colleagues. Huh, they really know how to put on an act. Jiang Xiaoman, I never knew you had such acting skills. After leaving their company, I got a new phone number. Then, through some means, I obtained the contact information for Li Ming's wife. I sent his wife a text message directly. Fatso. Not long after the message was sent, his wife called. Who is this? Are you fucking sick? I let her roar on the phone, but I didn't say a word. After listening for a while, I hung up amidst her curses. Very good. The angrier his wife was, the more miserable Jiang Xiaoman and Li Ming would be in the future. In the afternoon, I did the same thing again and sent his wife a message. Fatso. After the call was answered, his wife was about to explode with anger. But no matter how much she cursed, I just didn't respond. After hanging up, his wife kept calling me. I chuckled and turned off my phone. In the evening, Jiang Xiaoman and I went to her parents' house. Lu Tao, was the business trip hard? Dad Jiang poured me a glass of wine. But as a man, you have to work hard for your career. After you get married, you can rest assured that Xiaoman will take care of the family. I know my daughter. She's a person who knows how to live a good life. I sneered in my heart. You're really joking. What kind of home is Jiang Xiaoman taking care of? Mother Jiang also took the opportunity to say, speaking of marriage, Lu Tao, Annie has to be clear with you. Her father and I only have this one daughter, and we definitely don't want her to be wronged. Seeing her hesitant look, I chuckled inwardly, but on the surface, I nodded very seriously. Auntie, don't worry. It's my blessing to be able to marry Xiaoman. How could I let her be wronged? Whatever others have, I will give to Xiaoman. No, I will give her double. As for the bride price, just name a number. When Mother Jiang heard this, her face bloomed with joy. She tentatively held up 3 fingers. According to the custom in our area, it's usually this amount. Auntie isn't asking for much from you. Why don't you go back and discuss it with your parents and see what they think? I exclaimed in my heart, good heavens. Is your daughter inlaid with gold or jade? Do you really think I'm a young man who doesn't understand? The bride price here is 188,800, but you're making it 300,000? Auntie, let's not do 30. I'll give 600,000 for the bride price. What? Dad Jiang and Mom Jiang asked in unison. 600,000? Even Jiang Xiaoman looked at me in disbelief. Yes, 600,000. I just said, whatever others have, I will give Xiaoman double. Since the bride price for others is 300,000, then I will give 600,000. Oh my, Lu Tao. Annie was right about you, Mother Jiang said excitedly. But for such a big matter, don't you need to discuss it with your parents? I shook my head. I make my own decisions in my affairs. My parents will support me. Besides, although I'm not super rich, I started my own business early and have had some success in recent years. I can afford 600,000 myself, so I don't need to discuss it with them. Dad Jiang excitedly filled my glass again. Lu Tao, I could tell a long time ago that you are really good to Xiaoman. I feel at ease giving her to you. I smiled slightly. Also, the house I'm living in now was bought by my parents. Although it's livable, since we're getting married, I plan to buy a large flat in the city center and put Xiaoman's name on it. At this moment, Dad Jiang and Mom Jiang were visibly trembling with excitement. A flat in the city center would easily cost 5 million. Jiang Xiaoman's face was also full of happiness, and her little hand kept stroking me under the table. Honey, you're so good. I never thought you cared about me so much. Hearing her call me honey, I resisted the urge to slap her to death and continued to paint a rosy picture for her family. And a car. By the way, is it the custom here for the man to buy the house and the woman's family to provide a car as part of the dowry? When Dad Jiang and Mom Jiang heard this, they instantly became hesitant and didn't say anything for a long time. Jiang Xiaoman quickly acted cute with me. Honey, you know, it wasn't easy for my parents to raise me, and they don't have much money. I couldn't help but sneer in my heart. We just agreed on 60, and now they're saying they have no money. This family, Jiang Xiaoman, betrayed me, and even her parents are plotting against me. Don't worry, I didn't mean for Uncle and Annie to provide a car as a dowry. I asked this just to say that they don't have to worry about it. I'll buy the car, and we'll just tell everyone that your family provided it. After speaking, I even asked Jiang Xiaoman in a serious tone, do you like BMW or Mercedes-Benz? Jiang Xiaoman's voice was a little choked with happiness, and her hand under the table became even more audacious. Honey, I'll listen to you. Actually, Porsche is better. When Dad Jiang and Mom Jiang heard that I would buy the car, they instantly breathed a sigh of relief. Oh my, we should have provided a car as a dowry, but since Lu Tao has offered to buy it, we won't try to be strong. We're a family, so it doesn't matter who pays. I also laughed along with them, with a smile on my face, but cursing in my heart. Lu Tao, I still have to thank you for what happened at the hospital last time. The doctor said my heart isn't in immediate danger, but I should still get the surgery done as soon as possible. I heard the best place in our city for this surgery is the second hospital. Uncle, don't do it locally. After Xiaoman and I finish the wedding, I'll take you to the capital. I have connections there. I'll definitely get everything arranged properly for you. Upon hearing this, Father Zhang's eyes immediately lit up. The capital has the best medical standards in the country, far beyond what our third-tier city can offer. Mother Jiang, standing nearby, started calculating again. Oh, going to the capital would be wonderful, of course, but the expenses would be huge. I'll cover all the expenses. I cut in. If the capital doesn't work out, we'll go abroad. In short, you don't need to worry about the money. After saying that, I added, imitating Mother Jiang's earlier words, in a family whose money is spent doesn't really matter. Yes. We're family, all one family. Come on, son-in-law, have some more to drink. The promise was too enticing. Father and Mother Jiang were so excited they kept serving me food and pouring me drinks. Even before the wedding, they were already calling me son-in-law. Jiang Xiaoman was so happy, she almost fainted. She whispered in my ear, "Husband, you were amazing today. I'll reward you properly when we get home tonight." Reward? I sneered inwardly. She said the same thing to Li Ming in the parking garage today, so casually offering herself as a reward to others. What a cheap woman. The next day, Jiang Xiaoman wore a reluctant expression. So annoying, I still have to go to work. I can only go car shopping with you this weekend. Husband. After Jiang Xiaoman left, I quietly followed her, returning once again to her company's underground parking garage. Sure enough, Jiang Xiaoman was hugging Li Ming again. Ming, Lu Tao and I are getting married. He promised to buy me a Porsche. Li Ming buda slea igrin. Tisk, he's really not bad to you. Too bad, he doesn't know he's got a whole green pasture growing on his head, huh? Such fools are indeed rare. Jiang Xiaoman mused. Let's keep contact to a minimum for a while to avoid any slip-ups. Once I get the house, the car, and the bride price money, I'll make it up to you properly. As she spoke, Jiang Xiaoman hooked her arm around Li Ming's neck. Li Ming looked unwilling. That won't do. Aren't you afraid I'll get pinned up? In the end, Jiang Xiaoman had to compromise, agreeing to have a wild night with Li Ming that evening, after which they would lay low for a few days. Only then did Li Ming smile with satisfaction. By the way, tomorrow's the shareholders' meeting, an important day for my nomination as Deputy General Manager. I've put in a word for you to attend as an outstanding employee. You'll need to put in a good word for me. Got it. After Jiang Xiaoman and Li Ming finalized their plans, they each switched back to their respectable, pure-as-ice personas and entered the elevator. Hiding in the garage, I sneered inwardly. Jiang Xiaoman, even with a wedding coming up, you still can't resist a little side dish, huh? Nomination for Deputy General Manager? I think you're just daydreaming. That evening, Jiang Xiaoman indeed called saying she had to work overtime and told me not to pick her up. Then, from the parking garage, I watched her and Li Ming get into a car together and drive off toward a hotel. After following them to the hotel, I found an excuse to ask the front desk for their room number. Then I took out my phone and sent a message to Li Ming's wife. Fatty, Li Ming doesn't love you anymore. Why don't you just step aside gracefully? Soon, Li Ming's wife replied. Who the hell are you? I continued. I'm the one who matches Li Ming. You're old and faded, your figure's gone. What about you is worthy of him? She was going crazy. You're talking nonsense. I chuckled, no longer wasting words on her, and directly sent her the video I had recorded in the garage the day before. In the video, Li Ming was groping a certain part of Jiang Xiaoman and said clearly, "That fat woman, how could she compare to you? I don't even want to touch her." After sending the video, to prevent her from calling Li Ming and alerting them, I immediately sent another message. Brother Ming doesn't even want to go home after work. He'd rather sneak around and book a hotel room with me. Don't you think this is pointless? If you love him, you should set him free. Let him go. You bitch. A mistress like you dares to provoke me? Just you wait. You think I'm scared? We're in room 202 at the Imperial Dynasty Hotel. Come over. Let Li Ming tell you himself how much he loves me. 10 minutes after sending the message, I saw Li Ming's wife, leading a group of people, storming over with murderous intent. I took out the sunglasses and baseball cap I had prepared earlier, disguised myself, and blended in with the crowd as they went upstairs. Li Ming's wife was ferocious. After dragging the front desk staff along, she snatched the key card, rushed to the door, and burst in. Her entourage of relatives and friends, following closely behind, had their phones ready and raised high from the start. Inside the room, Li Ming and Jiang Xiaoman were locked in an embrace. Before Jiang Xiaoman could understand what was happening, Li Ming's wife grabbed her by the hair and started beating her violently. "You slut! Where's that arrogance you had just now? How dare you steal my man? I'll beat you to death." Li Ming's wife cursed as she hit her. Jiang Xiaoman, guilty and overwhelmed by the other woman's strength, couldn't even speak after being slapped a few times. She could only try to pull the blanket over herself while praying for Li Ming to save her. But Li Ming had no time to rescue her. He was already being beaten into a corner by his wife's family, begging for mercy. "Brother, I was wrong. Please stop hitting me." A man with dragon and phoenix tattoos pointed at his nose and cursed. "You son of a bitch! You dare do this to my sister? I'll cripple you today." Terrified, Li Ming dropped to his knees. "Brother, it's all my fault for being foolish. This bitch seduced me." Li Ming started shifting the blame, stunning Jiang Xiaoman, who was still being beaten. "Li Ming, are you even human? You were the one who said your wife was a fat pig and that I was 1,000, 10,000 times better than her." Jiang Xiaoman screamed. Hearing this, Li Ming's wife exploded with rage and slapped Jiang Xiaoman hard across the face. "Bitch, you still dare to talk." The slap knocked Jiang Xiaoman unconscious. Over on the other side, the man with the dragon and phoenix tattoos kicked out 3 of Li Ming's teeth. "Son of a bitch, you dare call my sister a fat pig? What did you say when you were chasing her? If it wasn't for my family's full support, would you have the position you have in the company today?" Blood dripped from the corner of Li Ming's mouth as he continued to beg for mercy. The man was unmoved, a cold smile on his face. "Too late. The two of you can prepare for a divorce." With things having developed this far, it was enough for me. I took out my phone, recorded the whole process, and quietly left the hotel. That night, Jiang Xiaoman didn't come home. I pretended to call her a few times. Late that night, she finally texted back, saying she was staying at her best friend's place for the night. Trying to hide her bruised face from me. Are we? As if you can hide. The next day, Li Ming's wife caused a huge scene at his company. Not only was Li Ming's promotion to vice president of the group gone, but he couldn't even keep his current position. Then, I told Jiang Xiaoman I was away on a business trip and that she should come home. That evening, with the sound of the digital lock on the door, Jiang Xiaoman returned, wearing a large pair of sunglasses. But the moment she turned on the living room light, she was completely stunned. I stood before her in a formal suit, holding a bouquet of flowers. Behind me were her parents, relatives, classmates, and friends. I had told them I was planning a surprise for Jiang Xiaoman tonight, a romantic marriage proposal, and asked them all to come and keep a secret. "Xiaoman, will you marry me?" I asked, looking at her face. Jiang Xiaoman, afraid I would see something, was evasive and didn't dare to face me directly. Seeing their daughter's behavior, Jiang's parents grew anxious. 600,000, a Porsche, a large apartment in the city center. Why couldn't their daughter even look at Lu Tao? This was no time for hiccups. "Xiaoman, what's wrong with you? Lu Tao is proposing to you. Why are you wearing sunglasses at night?" Father and Mother Jiang complained. I smiled faintly, took out the 20 yuan fake diamond ring I bought on Pinduoduo, and asked again, "Miss Jiang Xiaoman, meeting you is the greatest honor of my life. Will you marry me? Lu Tao at Ido. But I'm not feeling well today. Could you ask them to leave first?" Hearing this, Father Jiang immediately shouted, "What on earth is wrong with you? Lu Tao specially prepared this proposal ceremony and even got such a big diamond ring. What are you dithering for?" Mother Jiang chimed in, "Exactly. What are you doing wearing sunglasses and a mask at night in your own home? Let me tell you, Jiang Xiaoman, don't you dare cause any trouble for me." With that, She reached out and snatched the sunglasses off Jiang Xiaoman's face. Ah! The moment the sunglasses were removed, everyone present was stunned. Jiang Xiaoman's eyes were swollen high, and the large, dark bruises clearly showed she had been beaten badly. "My God, what happened?" Mother Jiang screamed. At that moment, I secretly pressed a button in my pocket, making a message notification sound, pretending someone had sent me a message. Who sent me this video link? I pretended to look at my phone, only to see that a video of Jiang Xiaoman and Li Ming being caught in the act was going viral on a short video platform. My expression changed. "Jiang Xiaoman, what is this? Explain yourself." Jiang Xiaoman instantly panicked. "Lu Tao, let me explain." "What is there to explain?" I threw the flowers to the ground. "We're about to get married, and you go and do something like this?" Jiang's parents were also horrified. They helplessly craned their necks to see the video on my phone while saying in disbelief, "This video can't be real, can it? Someone must have framed Xiaoman, right?" The others were also stunned by this huge turn of events, but after coming to their senses, many began searching on short video platforms with their phones. "Wow, this is just too much, isn't it? Xiaoman, how could you do something like this?" Even some of Jiang Xiaoman's fair-weather friends, who had been jealous upon hearing she was demanding a $60,000 betrothal gift, now gloated in hushed tones. "I never thought she was this kind of person. The way she usually acts is such a facade." Listening to the accusations around them, Jiang's parents were utterly humiliated. Jiang's dad, in a fit of rage, grabbed Jiang Xiaoman and started hitting her. "You shameless thing, I might as well beat you to death." Jiang's mom, now like a deflated balloon, said from the side, "Son-in-law, let's not air our dirty laundry in public. I think we should have them leave first so we can talk about this among ourselves." I cut her off with a wave of my hand. "Don't call me son-in-law. I'm no son-in-law of yours." With that, I threw the diamond ring into the toilet and flushed it. "Don't." Jiang's mom looked heartbroken. "Such a beautiful thing." Jiang Xiaoman ran over from under her father's fists and feet, knelt, and hugged me. "Lu Tao, please forgive me. I swear it was only this one time with him." Really, I swear." Just as Jiang Xiaoman finished speaking, I discreetly triggered my phone's message tone and pretended to look at it. "What do you think this is? Li Ming's wife just sent it to me. She's been investigating you for more than a day or two." On the phone was a video of Jiang Xiaoman and Li Ming entering and leaving the underground garage of my apartment complex, and another of them embracing in their company's garage. When the video played Jiang Xiaoman's sultry voice saying she would reward Li Ming, everyone present fell silent. The crowd stirred, especially when they heard Jiang Xiaoman say that once she got the house, the car, and the betrothal gift, she would properly compensate Li Ming. I never thought she was so manipulative. Exactly. Lu Tao was so good to her. How was this any different from marriage and money fraud? Jiang Xiaoman's face instantly turned ashen. I sneered. "Until just a moment ago, you were still lying to me, saying it was only once." Jiang Xiaoman sat on the floor, weeping in her hands. I coldly pushed her away and walked before the crowd. "My apologies, everyone, for ruining the mood. My mind is a mess right now. I must ask you all to leave." Then I looked at Jiang's parents. "And you, please take your daughter and leave my house." The guests offered a few words of comfort and left one by one. Jiang's mom tried one last time. "Son-in-law, no, Lu Tao, you and Xiaoman have been together for so many years. Can't we discuss this further? So you do know how many years of my life I've invested. I've been deceived by her for so many years. Do you think that's appropriate?" Jiang's mom was at a loss for words. "Little Lu, I failed to raise my daughter right, but please give her another chance." Jiang's dad said from aside, "You're a man too. If you were me, could you give her a chance after this kind of humiliation?" With that, I walked to the living room door and opened it as wide as it would go. "Now, please leave my house." Seeing my resolute attitude, Jiang's parents had no choice but to pull Jiang Xiaoman towards the door, slapping and scolding her for being a disappointment. At the doorway, Jiang's mom shamelessly asked Lu Tao about her dad's surgery in Beijing. "What's that got to do with me?" I replied coldly, slamming the door shut. Outside, I could hear the parents scolding and Jiang Xiaoman's incessant crying continue. The commotion lasted for a long time, and they only left after a neighbor opened their door. The next morning, I called a moving company and had all of Jiang Xiaoman's clothes sent to her. After throwing out the double bed, I also listed the house for sale. In the following days, I heard that Jiang Xiaoman lost her job and was frequently chased and beaten by Li Ming's wife, to the point where the police had to intervene. Her father was so angered that he had a heart attack and was hospitalized. Only this time, there was no one to pay his bills. Most importantly, Jiang Xiaoman's reputation was in tatters. Due to the videos circulating, she could no longer make a life for herself in our city. Even her mother was pointed at and whispered about when she went out for groceries, eventually refusing to leave the house at all. During this time, Jiang Xiaoman sent me several messages, humbly begging me to get back together. I only replied once, with 2 words, "Bitch, dream on." After replying, I blocked her. Some time passed, and I heard her family had moved to another city, but I still felt this score wasn't settled. I quietly found out her family's new address. As my career required it, I bought a Porsche Cayenne and hired a young, beautiful, and licensed female college student to drive with me to the city where Jiang Xiaoman lived. Through my deliberate stakeout, I unsurprisingly encountered the 3 members of the Jiang family coming downstairs together. With the passenger window down, I pretended that I was in the city for a business trip and that our meeting was a chance encounter. Jiang Xiaoman's expression was complicated when she saw me. "Do you have a new girlfriend?" I smiled slightly. "Fiancé, actually." Then I tapped on a window frame and said with a heart-piercing smile, "I bought it for her." "You said it. A Porsche is better." With that, I closed the window, and the college student stepped on the gas, speeding away. The long, calm hearts of Jiang's father and mother were once again stirred. I saw in the rearview mirror that they were scolding Jiang Xiaoman again. A long time later, a friend from that city brought me a piece of news. He said that Jiang Xiaoman's parents were telling everyone that whoever wanted to marry their daughter must provide a betrothal gift of 600,000, a large flat in the city center, and buy a Porsche. Otherwise, there was nothing to discuss. I chuckled to myself, thinking, then you can just wait.